Hello there everyone, Oversoul here, and I decided today, instead of doing a Let's Play, I wanted to talk about some things. As I was realizing, there are a lot of newcomers into my channel, and I know for a fact that not every one of you that are new has gone back and looked at the challenge videos or the Let's Plays with guests. I know you haven't. There's a lot of them, so it would be kind of hard to do. I know some of you have watched some of them, but basically the point is, unless you've been here since I started doing Let's Plays, you probably don't have a feel yet for who all of the guests are on my channel, the reoccurring guests. So I wanted to do a video talking about that. So anyways, basically the point of all this is to basically tell you who all of the people are who have featured in videos with me so far, where they came from as well. So if I go a little bit back, one of the first videos that you would probably see, which is also a favorite of some of the people who have been here for a while, since before the Let's Plays, is a video of me and my old friend Kenny. He doesn't really have an internet handle. I guess you could call him the Naked Drunkard. But we did a video called Just Dance, or Justin and Kenny Drunken Just Dance 3. Yeah, I'll put a link in the description down below if you want to check it out, because it's basically me and my friend Kenny, who he's in the trucking business now, so he's out a lot. He moved out of the state and he's like all over the place now, so I don't see him a lot anymore. But so we got drunk on some off-brand Captain Morgan, and we played Just Dance 3, and the results were hilarious, because you basically have a couple of fat drunk guys trying to dance, and it goes from wild, sporadic, completely uncoordinated nonsense movements to just lazily just giving up to just making lewd sex gestures. We were fucked up. So anyways, if you'd like to check that out, there's a link in the description down below. Sounds like your kind of thing. But anyways, that's who Kenny is. And now, since he moved away, there was actually a video recently, which I'll also put in the description down below, where he came back to visit, I want to say, around the end of last year. He came back to visit, and I got a video of him visiting and saying hi to everyone and all that. So, he is like a brother to me. I miss him dearly. I really wish he could come around more often, but it is what it is. People grow up, and their lives change, and they move on. It's how things are. So anyways, the next person I'm going to talk about, and I'm just going to rip this one off like a band-aid real quick, because this person and I are no longer friends, but I decided not to delete the videos because of continuity, and I wanted to remember the good times. But Nick, aka Durbinator541, he was in my Let's Play Rocket League and Towerfall Ascension videos, and then a couple of my first challenge videos, Bean Boozled and Don't Laugh, and he's been in some of my older videos, like the PlayStation Plus commercials and whatnot. I'm gonna put I'll put a link to that PlayStation Plus commercial down in the description as well, because it's one of the cheesiest, stupid things I have ever done, and it will probably crack you up. It's also really, really short, so it's great for a quick watch. But I'm also going to put links to the playlists for all of my challenge videos and all of my Let's Plays with guests, because everybody I'm talking about appears in both of those playlists. So it's good, yeah? So anyways, Durbinator stabbed me in the back last year, so him and I are no longer friends, so I'm not going to linger on this one, but just so you know who that is, and just so you know, you'll never be seeing him again. So one of the first people to feature in a Let's Play with me really early on, who is also the person who has been in the most videos of mine to date, is Ryan, aka Ryan Bodash, who, he hates his nickname, but I gave it to him to make fun of him because of the blue hair, and, you know, Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony is blue, so, you know, shut up, it's funny. Plus, it's a pun on his name, Rainbow Dash, Ryan Bodash. But anyways, so far he has been in, oh my god, well, he has been in, we did a Let's Play of Shushimi, we did a Let's Play of Broforce, we did a Let's Play of God Eater Burst, Resurrection, no, God Eater Resurrection, not God Eater Burst, yeah, Resurrection, the remake on the PS4, yeah? And he's been in a shitload of challenge videos, such as the Bean Boozled challenge, the Don't Laugh challenge, the Speak Out challenge, the the most recent one, the Change Challenge. I've actually lost track of all the things that he's been in. Plus, not to mention multiple of my reactions and highlights because I grabbed clips from the more recent things for those. But anyways, Ryan is my sister's boyfriend. He came into the picture a couple New Year's ago, and we've grown pretty close since. He's really cool. Like, I couldn't be happier for the two of them. He's very into the Zelda and such, and he's a big Nintendo fan. And I think I've mentioned before, but he's in a metal band called A Martyr's Fall. So, and since I'm already talking about family, just to make it easier, I'll also knock out of the way my brother, Knight of Severity, Dalton, my sister, Carissa, aka Carasshole. That was Ryan's idea, so, he bitches about the nickname I gave him, but he gave her one. That's just as bad. So, he says she's an asshole, so, it's a joke, so. Oh, and then finally, we got Mother Soul, my mom. I don't know, I just figured Mother Soul had a good ring to it, it's because it ends in an it makes sense. Steph insists on being called Mrs. Oversoul, so, speaking of which, she's only been in one of my, videos, however. I did an update video a while ago talking about my plans for Resident Evil and Kingdom Hearts and how I was going to change my upload schedule, and she came in a little bit into the video and did a little bit where she talked about how proud she was of me and how grateful she was for all of you who have been supporting me and whatnot, so, but you'll probably never see her in anything again because she's just too shy. However, she has been off camera. You can hear her off camera in some videos talking with other people, or in the case of the Disney Song Challenge, she gave the names of the Disney songs to us when we did them. So, and rolling right along with that line of thinking, we've got Ossifer Decon, who is Steph's nephew, and he basically calls me his uncle. So I say he's my nephew, not by blood, but by association, is the way to put it. And it works. He's been in a lot of videos, and I've actually helped him with his videos on his channel as well. He looks up to me and he enjoys my content. I know that he watches me almost as much as he watches, if not more, sometimes, than Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and people like that. However, if there's anybody I'd have to pick that he probably watches more than anyone, including myself, it's fucking Vanos Gaming. He is, like, obsessed with Vanos Gaming. But, anyways, so yeah, he's Steph's nephew. That would be the son of one of her brothers. In that same route, we have Paytendo, who has been in a couple of videos, and who he is Paytendo is, Deacon's cousin. He is the son of Steph's sister. And he's been in a couple of challenge videos and a couple of, I think like one Let's Play. But he's pretty cool. He's one of those multiplayer only gamers though, so I don't play a lot with him online because I'm almost exclusively a single player gamer, as you can tell. I have this shelf of like fucking 600 games, and he has like 5, and all of them are Overwatch. So it's like. But hey, to be fair, he does say he did like The Last of Us. So if you had to pick at least one single-player game to play in your life, I guess The Last of Us would be a good choice. We never came up with a nickname for her, but this is Chelsea. She is Steph's best friend and actually the ex-girlfriend of Nick, which is where that joke came in the Change Challenge when she was like, I was like, do you want to live in filth the rest of your life? And she's like, have you met my ex? The joke there being, and I realize now that I need to explain this for some of you, Nick was a filthy individual. He did not clean very well. He was very unkempt and scatterbrained, very cluttered, and I'm talking like piles of laundry in the corner and shit. It was awful, just awful. So that's where that joke came in. That is, that's the long and short of it. I mean, so basically, she's a friend. That's the best way to put it. Chelsea is a friend. And it's funny because that's not the first time that we've gotten a friend out of someone else who used to be a friend. and then the person who we met them through, we're no longer friends with, but stayed friends with the other one. It's funny how that works sometimes, right? But anyways, on the level of friends, we also have Kyle, KP Cutler. He's a longtime good friend of mine. He's like a mix of a young soul and an old soul in different ways, you know. He's like into like the 80s rock and shit, and for the longest time he refused to get a debit card. But he's slowly getting more into the tech savvy sides of the world, or realizing that he's gonna have to or be left behind. Him and I, we like to hang out sometimes. When he gets off work in the morning, he'll swing by here for a little bit, and we'll just chill and catch up on some shows. We have a lot of the same interests in like shows and stuff. I think I'm a lot more of a gamer just because he doesn't have the free time for it, or the patience for some of the more frustrating stuff. He gets mad pretty easy at the games. But anyways, Kyle is actually someone I know through another old friend of mine, another Ryan who has not been in any videos. But Kyle and I, it started one night where him and I, he picked me up. He was going out for drinks with some friends, wanted to know if I wanted to go with, and I was like, sure. Because I didn't really know him that well at the time, but I was like, whatever, you know, and then that's how we got to know each other, and so now we're friends, so. Now, you won't see a lot of this guy, but in a couple of my videos from going to the E3, PlayStation E3s at the movie theaters, you will see TechNerd1000. His name is Harry, and he's a friend of mine who lives out in Wisconsin. We have this thing where annually we get together and watch E3. He'll come over to my place and stay the night. I live in the tip-top of Illinois, and he lives like somewhere near the bottom of Wisconsin, so he's like an hour or two drive from me. So he'll come down here, he'll stay the night, and we'll get up the next day, we'll watch the first few E3 press conferences, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and then we'll take off, and we'll hit the movie theater, and we'll watch PlayStations. So I got footage of that last year, and he's in that video, so that's the only time you'll see him, because I don't really talk to him that much or anything besides, you know. Excuse me. But every time I talk to him, there isn't a whole lot to catch up on. It's pretty much the same story. Oh, what have you been up to? You know, working 2 jobs and playing GTA. Oh, okay. So same thing as the last time I fucking saw you then. Okay, cool. Glad to know. Some things change, but most of it just stays the fucking same. Now, obviously, I wasn't going to do this video without mentioning Funky Hurdles. He has only been in one, and I repeat, one video. But it counts because it was a Let's Play and he was in it. We did the video Can't Drive This together, and as you already know by now, I'm sure, he is responsible for all of the music that you've heard in my music videos. Looking back on it, I consider Can't Drive This to be actually one of my funniest Let's Plays with a guest. So if you haven't seen it, definitely do yourself a huge favor and check it out, because, my god, that shit was funny. I'll be honest, it takes a little bit to get going. Like in the beginning, when it's me driving and him building, it takes us a little while to get used to the controls and everything, but then later we switch and it goes to him driving and me building, and that's when it really starts to pick up and when the hilarity starts to ensue. So definitely give it a shot if you haven't already. I have some fond memories with that Let's Play. But in case you were wondering where Dylan came from, I actually met him online through funny story, it's another friend that I got through someone who is now an ex-friend. I have had someone else in one of my videos before, Biggie CJ. I think it was just his voice when we did a Let's Play of Magica 2, and we did some E3 predictions, and then there was the post-E3 live stream where I played Gone Home, and he was actually here with me physically, so he was also in the face cam, and we were talking about E3 and what we thought and our excuse me, which of our predictions came true, and so on and so forth. Biggie CJ is somebody who I actually met through Pokemon Go, I think. He lives out in Chicago, so he's not that far from me. He's in the same state, about 2 hours away. And he comes out here quite often, actually, just to play the game. So, and because he has family and friends out here too. So a couple times that he visited, we hung out, and one of those times I did the post E3 live stream with him. So that's Chris, that's Biggie CJ. I haven't really hung out enough with him to give you a whole extensive backstory like some of the other people, but he's a friend who I mostly talk to online, and I occasionally see in person every so often. I almost forgot. But there is another one, Linception. Her name is Lindsay. She is my brother Dalton's girlfriend, Knight of Severity. His girlfriend is Linception. She's been in a couple of his live streams. I think they've been playing Resident Evil 6 together. The main video of mine that she was in is the Speak Out Challenge, because it was a game that she brought, I believe. So she taught us how to play it and oversaw it. So she's in that video in full, but she also, I believe, is in my Let's Plays of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes and VR The Playroom. And she also appears in the PlayStation VR Party highlight reel that I threw together from the PlayStation VR Party that I had last October. So, so that's who she is. And let me just tell you, she's basically the female version of my brother. My God, she... like, they're so much alike, it's ridiculous. Those two are made for each other. That's everyone who's ever been in any of my videos so far as I can think of. There are some people that are going to be in videos in the future that haven't yet, and I will get to that later. But for now, this was just to kind of tell you about who all the people were in my videos, where they came from and all that, so that you can get a better understanding of who all those people are. And also to give you a chance to check out all of the videos that they have featured in if you feel so inclined. I will say that we have some friends who have not been in videos. I do think Keisha was technically in some of the VR stuff from the VR party, but I don't really count it because she wasn't actively trying to be a part of it. She just happened to walk in front of the camera a few times. And Keisha that's a friend of ours, one of Steph's childhood friends. And the only other people I can think of as far as friends that we have who have never been in videos, but they may or may not at some point, is the other Ryan, a friend of mine who is like longtime friend with Kyle. They've been best friends for years. My buddy PJ, who I've known since I was like 17 and rightfully should have been in a video by now, but it's just fucking impossible to get him over here long enough to do anything. He's so busy that whenever he visits, it's for like 30 minutes. And now he added even more busy to his schedule because he's trying his hand at being a trucker as well. So, and then there is our friend Chrissy, who hasn't been in anything yet, as far as I know. Yeah, no, I think about it, and she hasn't, and I don't know if she ever will either. But, I mean, she can if she wants to. All these people I mentioned, they can if they want to. But I'm just saying that either due to lack of time, or lack of interest, or being in a situation where they can't at the moment, none of these people have been in anything. However, that doesn't mean that they won't be in the future, but that is a complete 50-50, you know? But anyways, there you have it. So that is everyone who has ever been in any of my videos so far, and where they all came from. So now you're all up to speed. So now, if you see anybody in future videos who I did not mention in this video, then you will know that they are a new addition to the channel in the terms of featuring guests. I probably have more featuring guests than most Let's Play channels, which is ridiculous considering that I'm not that popular. Like, I think I've had more featuring guests on my channel than Markiplier has had by this point. Maybe not as many times, because he's had a lot of different people. He's gone through a lot of different people, but he gets the same ones on there a lot too. But anyways, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up now. And as per usual, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Oversoul. This is Oversoul Gaming. You've been fantastic. And I will catch you, possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye. You can tell I'm really starting to ham up that outro. And like over dramatize it just to keep it interesting. Yeah.